What to do, YouTube? I'm doing for life here, and first of all, if you haven't seen my previous battle against Josh, go check that out because I'll be talking about I'll be referencing that video in this video here. But just wanted to talk to you guys, start up a conversation about hacks in Pokemon and what you guys feel about it. First of all, I wanted to say, if you clearly lost because of hacks, do you consider that a loss? For me personally, I don't consider that a loss because at that point, that particular player didn't beat you. The game beat you. The game just said, you know what, I'm gonna throw this here and you're gonna lose because of it. Like in the video against Josh, I lost to a crit because even he crit me with the first bullet seed, then hit me 4 times after that. Had he just hit me with 5 bullet seeds and that normally I still would have survived, gotten off that 55% minimum and put him in a range where Glasgow's Earthquake could take him out. So the question is, like, did that hacks is the reason why I lost, not Josh's ability as a Pokemon player, even though he wasn't a bad Pokemon player by any stretch of the imagination, but Josh did not beat me. The game of Pokemon who threw him a crit his way, that's what decided to beat me. So I personally don't consider that a loss because if you play everything out exactly the same way except for that particular moment in the game, 9 times out of 10 I'm gonna win the battle. So I don't really consider that a loss. What do you guys think? If you clearly lost because of hacks, do you consider that a loss? Like, I think that video is great because it shows the hacks that matters and the hacks that doesn't matter. Like that toxic miss did not matter one bit. So that I can't really complain about it because honestly, in the long run, it didn't matter whatsoever. But the other thing I wanted to talk about is just the competitive scene of Pokemon. Like, do you consider Pokemon a competitive game? Like me personally, I don't consider it a competitive game, and I don't think that you can really consider it a competitive game because there are too many factors that can happen that are outside of either player's control. I.e. critical hits or getting burned by flamethrower or getting paralyzed by thunderbolt. Like those things can change the game significantly and nobody has control over them. It's just a random thing that happens, and because of that I don't think that Pokemon can truly be considered competitive. Like games like Marvel vs. Capcom or Halo, Call of Duty, they don't have those elements of luck based in it, so it's just your skill in that game versus my skill in that game. And I think that's why those games are considered major league games, because there's no luck involved. It's just all about skill, and that's why people can be paid to play them. That's why card games, card games can't truly be considered competitive games because they're much more competitive than say Pokemon would be. But also card games are another one of those things. It's like if I draw badly, then I can just straight up lose, and I really don't have any control over the cards that I draw. I can make my deck more balanced, but I still there are times where like if you're in Yu-Gi-Oh, if you're playing Boojins and you open up Double Crane, Boojin Carnation, Space Typhoon, and Turtle, like you lost, like it's over, and that's because you just drew shit. Same with Pokemon, like you can't control that. And that's why it's not a truly competitive game. I think in order for Pokemon to be a competitive game, you're gonna have to take out all the luck factors. So just basically sheer force the game. So no burning with flamethrower, no paralysis with like moves like Discharge or Scald shouldn't really exist. And once you do that, then you just take out critical hits especially. Like I feel like critical hits don't help the game whatsoever. I feel like they only hurt the game. And you could argue, well, what if something like plus 6 Calm Minds, and I need a crit in order to win. Well, I'd say don't let it get up to plus 6. If you're losing to a Calm Mind, sub-Calm Mind Rachi, then maybe you should run a Phaser on your team, or maybe you should run a Pokemon that straight up counters that, something like that. Then that has to do with team building. It has nothing to do with stuff being overpowered, because there's Roar, there's Whirlwind, there's Dragon Tail, there's Circle Throw, there's all these moves that are made so that Pokemon can't just sit up there and just keep all their stat boosts. And there's a reason why they exist in the game for that particular purpose. So you don't really need crits, you just need a better team. And I just think that all those elements should be taken out of the game before it can truly be a competitive game. And then I also think maximum damage, that's also hacks, because there's times when you do damage and it does less than it should have done, or there's a range of damage that it could do. I think they need to take that out and just say, this Pokemon with these stats attacking this Pokemon with these stats does this amount of damage every single time. That's the only way the game can be competitive. Take out all the luck and just be based on skill and team building. then the game will be competitive. But as it is now, I personally don't consider it a competitive game. But tell me what you guys think. I'd really love to hear what you guys think. I hope you comment on this video. If you don't comment on any other video, comment on this video. But that's going to do it. Don't forget to rate, comment, please comment, subscribe, and all the other good stuff. And I'm out of here. Deuces.